All right, it is Thursday, April 9th, and here we are for today's live question and answer session. As you come in, if you have questions about today's online review lesson, which had to do with the effect of point of view on interpretation of stories, or if you have questions about practice essay number 6, or if you have questions about the AP test, or other questions regarding school, then please go ahead and ask. Go ahead and say hello in the live chat so I know who's here. Well, Freddie, I see your question about elaborating on practice essay number 6. You were in the chat yesterday, and I pretty much went through the whole prompt, top to bottom. So the best way might be for you to go back and look at that Q&A session. But if you had additional questions on top of that, I kind of went through the whole prompt. I'll certainly answer those. But in the class session for, I believe, where are we? The class session for April 7th, that video, as well as Q&A time on April 7th and 8th, there is a lot of information on the essay, and those videos are also available in the YouTube channel. But if you have additional questions about the essay, please go ahead and send those, and and I'll answer those as best I can. So if you just come on in, go ahead and if you have questions about today's lesson on point of view, or if you have questions about practice essay number 6, or if you have questions about the AP test, now is the best time to ask them. One question I did get yesterday is someone had asked if the 6 weeks was going to be extended until April 24th. And the answer to that is no. The 6 weeks ends today, and grades are due April 14th. One thing that you should get by April 24th is your report card for the 5th 6 weeks. And then senior grades will probably be due not too long after that, your grades for graduation purposes. And our test will be May 13th. So I would imagine that our online time together like this will end shortly after that. Okay, so questions about any of those 3 areas or anything else? Okay, go ahead. If you want those bonus points from today's reflection, that assignment is in Google Classroom. You don't have to do the homework for the AP review class. Obviously, the more practice you give yourself, the better you're going to do on the test. But we also know that you have a lot of other classes and a lot of other things going on. So if there are no questions, our next we will have on Tuesday and Wednesday, a Tuesday and Wednesday reading quiz over the last 3 chapters of Brave New World, 16, 17, 18. That'll be one of your 2 graded assignments next week. The other graded assignment will be in 4 parts. There will be a reflection for you to answer Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you can get up to 25 points for each part, and that will total up to 100, and that grade would go, those 2 grades will go for the 6 weeks. Technically, the reading quiz would count for next week, and the grade from the reflections would count in the second week of the second 6 weeks. All right, so if there are no other questions, I'll step away. Please make sure you get your work in. Reach out if you use your phones on Remind, send a message if you're still having issues. I've heard from a lot of you. And we will see you Tuesday. There will be a reading quiz, like I said. And then at 11 o'clock, we'll have a class session about Brave New World, and then a Q&A, and then a reflection for you to complete. And plan on that schedule the whole rest of next week. 11 o'clock, either a class session or an AP live review class, and then a Q&A to follow. And we'll keep that schedule pretty much the whole way until test day. So you guys have a good 4-day weekend, and try not to go stir crazy in your houses, and we'll see you then.